In the last 6 weeks, over 1,000 Ann Arbor residents have signed a petition, and hundreds more have organized in neighborhoods and spoken at public meetings, expressing alarm that an updated comprehensive land use plan has been written without meaningful public awareness and transparency around its likely impact. The petition requests that the process be suspended due to the city's failure to engage stakeholders. Among a small subset of residents, there is resentment and pushback against hearing any additional perspectives.
I think it's insulting to those of us who have put in the time and effort to give our feedback, only for a group of fellow Ann Arborites to demand a suspension of the planning process. Follow the process like everyone else. Stop demanding special treatment.
Who are the people who put in that time and effort? Meet Adam Goodman, a co-founder of Duo Security, a local tech startup that sold out to Cisco in 2018. That sale brought significant wealth to several Ann Arbor residents, including Goodman, who is no longer employed. Goodman has donated over $26,000 to the mayor, current members of city council, and local ballot campaigns endorsed by the mayor. Last fall, he donated $9,000 in opposition to local campaign finance reform and electoral reform in the city. Goodman regularly speaks to elected members of city council and the mayoral appointees on the city planning commission.
Hi there, this is Adam Goodman. I'm speaking to you from the 5th Ward.
Yeah, so this is Adam Goodman.
Our next speaker is Adam Goodman.
This is Adam Goodman.
Hi, this is Adam Goodman.
Hi, Adam Goodman.
Hi, Adam Goodman again. This is Adam Goodman. Adam Goodman. This is Adam Goodman. This is Adam Goodman. It's Adam Goodman. Adam Goodman again. Hi, good evening. My name is Adam Goodman. This is Adam Goodman.
Adam Goodman. Hello again. So I just want to go back to the Southtown discussion for a moment.
Adam Goodman. Hi there, Adam Goodman. Adam Goodman.
It makes sense for you all to continue with this. Hello, Adam Goodman. Adam Goodman.
I'm talking to you tonight also from the 5th Ward.
Next, we have Adam Goodman.
Adam Goodman. Yeah, hi. Adam Goodman.
This month, Goodman reacted to the fact that many more residents have feedback about the comprehensive land use plan, and they are learning about it for the first time.
Now, yes, you are receiving some input on the subject from the sorts of folks who are willing to show up repeatedly for public comment. I don't believe that input is representative of our whole community, and I don't think it's appropriate to make a highly consequential decision based on it.
Meet Alex Lowe, a software engineer from Tennessee, originally from South Africa. Last year, when Mayor Taylor and members of City Council fought local campaign finance reform and electoral reform to include more voters, Alex Lowe acted as treasurer for both opposition campaigns. Lowe was responsible for reporting donations of nearly $200,000, including $85,000 from political action committees that opposed reform. The campaigns also received large sums from local real estate investors, one of whom was recently exposed as a convicted felon. This month, the Mayor's Political Action Committee announced a fundraiser for their next campaign, repealing a citizen-initiated charter amendment from 2018 and giving property away for a high-rise expansion of the library. For this latest campaign, Alex Lowe is again named treasurer. Like Goodman, Lowe has a lot to say. Since 2022, Lowe has made over 70 comments at dozens of public meetings of City Council and the Planning Commission. At a recent meeting, Lowe openly mocked other residents offering public comment.
Hi, this is Alex Lowe. I just want to agree with and double down on what Adam Goodman just said. I think there should be some additional flexibility in it, allowing the building on the owner's by the owner's choice to be up to 20 floors rather than the measly 14 floors that have been set. I do really wish this were taller. This is a mid-rise at best. Like 50 floors, that would be a high rise. This is still a small township. This is Alex Lowe, or somewhere else. Can be bigger, can house more people. Hi, this is Alex Lowe. Hi, Planning Commission. I do kind of wish that that this building were taller. 6 floors is embarrassingly short for this location. This should be a 15, 20, maybe 25 floor building. Six stories is nothing, really. Let's focus on seeing bigger and better in Ann Arbor. Hi there, Council. It's me again.
Alex Lowe, do you have a comment?
I'm back. The ramblings will continue until our comprehensive plan improves. We should be having more density than that, more height than that, etc. Hi, this is Alex Lowe. Let's allow 20-floor apartment complexes by right in this whole area. And you know what'll happen then? The retail will come. Hi, once again, Alex Lowe. 196 units is not enough. 7 floors is not enough. This project should be exceeding Tower Plaza in height. Hi, this is Alex Lowe. Commissioners and frequent viewers are probably familiar with me from my regular calls in favor of approvals of pretty much every new development. I just want to say, let's get rid of FAR limits, let's get rid of height limits, and let's get rid of mandatory setbacks.
Hi, this is Alex Lowe. I also want to thank the developers for listening to my previous comment.
Hi, this is Alex Lowe.
Let's get a comprehensive plan that eliminates the ridiculous restrictions we have for zoning, the height restrictions.
Hi, this is Alex Lowe. Hi, it's me again. I think we should be getting rid of all FAR restrictions throughout the city. I think that we should be massively liberalizing our height restrictions in general. Hi folks, it's Alex Lowe again. Hippies are horrible people who are pretending to be nice, and punks are nice people who are pretending to be horrible. I'm feeling a lot this way about some of the public comments that we're hearing.
Good evening. I'm Alex Lowe.
Many residents are only just now learning about proposals in the Comprehensive Land Use Plan. Like Goodman, Lowe is dismissive of feedback from other city residents.
I strongly urge the city to take the time to do a statistically valid survey of residents' opinions to inform this process. The results should be shared publicly to all residents via direct means such as paper mail, postcards, as someone mentioned.
Don't kill trees.
Pardon? As well as making the data that supports this proposed zoning publicly available. Thank you.
For the 2024 anti-reform campaigns, Alex Lowe, as treasurer, reported over $20,000 in expenses for printed literature, flyers, and mailers. 1 year ago, City Council recognized the need to engage local residents. In May 2024, City Council approved a $100,000 amendment to the city budget. That $100,000 will fund annual citywide mailers in order to promote current City Council members to residents. The expenditure was framed as equitable communication. Council members explained it at the time.
The idea here is that each council member would be able to once a year send out a small mailer to every household in their ward. This is informational in nature, so just letting them know who their council member is, should they need them.
There have been studies that show if you keep everything online, if everything is digital, there's a significant segment of the population who often need the resources and services the most, who never get to hear about them.
The same year that Council approved the expenditure to promote itself, public outreach began for an updated comprehensive land use plan. Public engagement around this plan, which will impact every resident and every property owner in the city, relied almost exclusively on digital communication and online advertisement of in-person meetings. At the April 7th meeting of City Council, elected leaders considered a resolution about the comprehensive land use plan. It included explanation that the council does not draft and cannot amend the plan. That authority rests with mayoral appointees on the city's planning commission. The resolution was aimed at addressing some of the concerns raised by residents: 4-story buildings in residential neighborhoods, the capacity of existing infrastructure, size and scale, housing units per structure, and the assembling of multiple lots to build much larger buildings in residential neighborhoods. One council member emphasized the need to respect process and the Planning Commission.
I know that we're all hearing from a lot of people but I do think we need to respect the process that's already underway. So I think this is kind of undermining the role of the Planning Commission, the months of engagement that we've already asked the community to participate in.
Councilmember Ackman was not always so deferential to process and the Planning Commission. In June 2023, she emailed city staff asking for how to accelerate meaningful zoning changes in advance of the comprehensive planning process. In a split vote, the resolution was approved. On April 8, 2025, members of the City Planning Commission discussed the resolution approved the night before at City Council. A familiar friend urged them to reject it.
Hi, this is Alex Lowe. Last night, City Council passed DC5, a resolution requesting that the Planning Commission put some very specific language into the comprehensive plan. Multiple council members have assured me that this is a request, not a directive, and I believe that this distinction is very important. Planning Commission has autonomy over the language in the comprehensive land use plan, and council should not be trying to politically pressure you into limiting your processes.
The day after that meeting of the Planning Commission, the city released a first draft of an updated comprehensive land use plan, full of cartoons and illustrations. You can find a link to the whole draft plan in the description of this video.